Good evening, people. Good evening. Good evening. This is Spirit Journey. Today is Saturday, 11:08 p.m. And I'm just about to light a candle for Lavender. Yeah, let me get this situated. Sorry. What I want to do here, people, excuse the camera angle. I'm going to light a candle for Lavender. It was this time, around 11 p.m., that Lavender, my Pekingese, was still alive. I'm sorry, my voice is going. And what I want to do, I want to light a candle. And I'm hoping the candle is going to remain up to midnight. Yeah, Lavender was still alive at 11 p.m. a week ago. And today is the 20th of December. And so I light this for him. This is for you, Lavvy. Love candles. Oh, good. This is for Lavvy. Please excuse me. I'm just trying to get this right. Okay. So this candle is lit in memory of Lavvy, my little fur baby. Let me turn this over. They had this little candy for him. True. As an offering to remind me of his sweetness. Let's see. Put it back more. There. So this is in honor of Lavvy. It's about 11:10 p.m. And this is just to represent his life. He's such a good boy. Yes, at 11 p.m., he was checked on, and they said he was alive, but extremely weak. And in 1 hour, his light faded out. And this is just to capture my memory of him. Yeah, you know what else I want to do? Just come into my mind. I'm going to also film outside. Let's go outside. I should take Lavender out here on the balcony. I would hug and kiss him. I wanted him to see the beauty of Rwanda. And it's buried right beside that sugarcane plant to the right of it. Yeah, the light went out over there too. So all the other lights are on. Yeah, I forgot to put a new light bulb there. But yes, this is in memory of Lavender, my sweet little boy, my little fur baby. This is for you, baby. You're such a good boy. And I'm really sad that you passed away. You did pretty good considering the things that this country doesn't have. And I made the best with what was available to me. You lasted 2 years, a little over 2 years, yep. You arrived on my birthday 2 years ago. And then I had to send you to the hospital on my birthday again on December 5, just over a week ago, week and a half ago about. Yeah, 2 weeks ago, I'm sorry. 2 weeks ago. You did pretty well, Lavender. You're a strong dog, tenacious. You did pretty well considering. Look at the stars. Remember how I used to show you the stars? Can't see them now. I see a star in front of me, but I don't see it in the monitor. What a beautiful evening this is, Lavender. Are you out there running around? Are you making any friends? I hope so. It's a beautiful evening. The nights are so beautiful here in Rwanda. There's stars out here. I see 2 stars. They're twinkling. There's a big one up there. Yeah, my little boy's buried over there. Yeah, I wrapped in a baby blue satin fabric. Yeah, baby blue. Yeah, baby blues for little boys. Yeah. Yeah, we went out here. I would hold him real close, and I whispered to him how much I care about him. I knew that his time was short. In my heart, I knew that he wouldn't pass the year, but I was hoping. Mama was hoping. But you went your way, Lavvy. That's right. That's right. You went your way when you were ready to go, Lavin. I appreciate you. Yeah, we used to walk down that street. We had one on the top of that mountain, that hill over there. Yep. I wanted to expose you to all different parts of Kigali. I took you on motor rides. Yep. And the first time I didn't have him in his carrier was going over there on that hill. Yep. It was so cool. Yeah, it was so cool the first time he rode without anything. And I just had him in my arms. I think I had my sling. I kept him in there. I'm gonna bring you back inside. Okay. What a beautiful moment. What a beautiful moment. Let me see if I could put this stand over here. Let's see. One a little closer. I got an idea. Yeah. I can move the candle up. That's how that looks like. Yeah, that looks nice. What do you think, people? What do you think? So, yes, I hope you could hear my voice. Yeah, I have the timer set for midnight. So, you may hear the alarm. I hope there's enough battery juice in this phone. I was charging it. Yes, Lavender was the last of my 3 little fur babies. And I have such fond memories of bringing him home. Yeah, he wasn't liked when he came when he came to my house. Yeah, the girls didn't like him. But especially him and Lilac became best friends. Yes. Yeah, the three, they all got along. But Lily, my first and the oldest dog, and Lavender did compete. Yes, Lavender was very protective. Well, I shouldn't say protective, but very possessive over me around Lily. And I'm sorry, it's a plane coming. Yes, I'm not going to compete with that, people. Yeah, yeah, the two would compete, but they got along. I mean, they learned to get along and everything. And these were my family, my little fur babies. And back in America, we went to the park. And we really started going to the park daily around the time of that pandemic. Yeah. I had them in a shopping cart and they loved it, boy. They were like, it was the perfect width for all of them to sit comfortably. And so they were able to sit up, and just enjoy the ride. They loved it. They got the fresh air. Yep. And then I got them an upgrade And I got them a three-wheeler with shock absorbents. It was fantastic. And I started to use that to bring them to the park. Yep. Yeah, I didn't bring it with me because it'd be too bulky, I thought. And yeah, I thought I wasn't able to bring certain items, but it turned out I would have been able to bring it. But everything works out for the best. So yes, Lavender and my girls, Lily and Lilac, they all arrived in Rwanda on my birthday, December 5, 2023. And now, my last one, yeah, Lilac passed away first. She passed away January 2, 2024, a little less than a month upon arriving. Yeah, three days short of 1 full month. And then Lily passed away, I think, 3 days after arrival. So a month and 3 days. And here, Lavin, he lasted 2 whole years plus. He was a tenacious little boy. And it was the first time of me and him, just us two alone. Because see, the dynamics was always me, the girls, and him. Yep. So it's weird that I had to learn how to, we had to learn about each other, how to relate to each other. Yeah, Lavender was very, yeah, he liked his independence. He liked his little corner, whatever, and he wasn't into being picked up and cuddled like the girls. So I was giving his space. Well, I pick him up so I said, "Oh, Lavin," I give it a kiss. And then I put him down. Yeah, I always respected his space. And I named this section in the park after Lavender. I called it Lavvy's Creek. It was an area in Central Park, very majestic. It had a creek below and these rocks, these big boulders. And it was very nice. And we used to go there. We did a whole circuit. Yep. Yeah, all of my dogs had a name of the park that I named after them. Like a Lily's Meadow. It was a big meadow. And I used to hang out there and just be in nature. And then there was Lilacs Creek, and it was right by Azalea Pond. Yep, and it was beautiful. When I first saw that creek, I said, "Wow!" I was amazed. I named it after Lilac. Yeah, they're all very special to me. They kept me busy. They kept me focused on, you know, taking care of the needs and everything. So now, I'm here in Rwanda, and I decided for me, yeah, I wanted to take it easy this week and just stay indoors and try to eat. Yeah, I made like a big pot of food, and so I just have to reheat it. I could drink a little bit more water, but yeah, I have a big thing of water in the morning. And that's what I've been doing this week, just trying to remember him. And yeah, I've been watching a lot, as I mentioned earlier, watching videos on OBEs, you know, out of body experience, something like that. Just seeing, I'm just wondering if I can master something like that, and would I be able to see Lavender and my girls, Lily and Lilac? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I just want to know how they're doing. What time it is now. I'm just going to get my phone, my watch. Okay. I see now it's 11:28 p.m. December 20th, 2025. My little boy was on the edge of life at this time. I just want to take this in and remember him. Yeah. Yeah, you know, he didn't really like sleeping on top of the bed. No, he didn't. He and Lilac were so similar. They didn't like sleeping on top of the bed. They liked sleeping on the floor or under the bed, like back in America. But Lily would sleep on top of the bed. Once in a while, she needed to get down below. I guess sometimes it get too warm for her. Yes. When I see the light, it makes me feel at peace. Candlelight is something very special. You know, the the candlelight, they say it's a portal. And that's also why I am lighting this candle as a portal. Wouldn't it be nice if Lavender was able to visit with us? Yeah, I understand candlelight is a portal for dimensional exploration, travel. If anyone knows any things about pets and, transitioning, how long does it take them to go somewhere, to like from this realm to the next realm? It's my understanding that, they linger around for a while and then they leave. That's also why I try to stay in this whole week. I did go out yesterday. I took a walk in an area that we used to walk. It was nice. I haven't been there. It seems like a long time. Yes, when Lavender's health was really getting compromised, just to go outside. He couldn't, at one point we walked maybe 2 blocks and there was a problem. He just kept on barking. I think the heat might have been getting to him. Yeah, so I cut it short. And then another time I did the video me, I had him in the shopping cart. Remember that? That could have been November or October. But I did a live stream of that. So you just look at my videos. And yes, you will see that I had him in the shopping cart. And I did it twice. The first time I didn't have the pillows to prompt up his body. And so when I pushed it, he was all being knocked all over the place, you know. And then I said, I gotta fix this. So the next time I propped up two fluffy pillows to kind of brace him on the side, you know. And that worked. And then I had a sheet, this cloth to cover over it so that the sun won't hit him. Yeah, he was sensitive to the sun. So I did that. And when I wanted to, I had wanted to continue going straight down the road. And I speculate what was happening. He saw that we were getting too far from the house, and so he started barking. And I said, okay. We're not gonna go straight down. Okay, I go closer to home. Yeah, yeah. He didn't want that. I don't think he did. But yeah, Lavender was someone who loved adventure and travel. Yeah, he was a Pekingese and a cute little boy. You know, you see his face and you see like it's so pale, you know, but he had a black face. It was jet black, like he had a mask on. And then everywhere around his face, surrounding his face, was a nice lighter brown color. It looked gorgeous on him. Yeah, he had like a little, he did look like a little monkey. He did. He did. He was a darling little boy. Yeah, he was mama's boy. I loved him so much. And when I brought him home, you know, I didn't want to give him too much attention because I didn't want the girls to be jealous. But oh, I wanted to hug and squeeze him so badly. So I just kept neutral while, you know, they said you can have him out in the room for like maybe 5 minutes just to get acclimated, and then you put him in his playpen. So that's what I did. Yeah, they said the dogs will find their own equilibrium, so to speak. They will fight initially just for um, knowing who's going to be on top. Yeah. So initially, Lily was the boss. And when Lavender turned 2, he became more of the alpha. Yep. Yep. Lavin was the alpha dog. I think, you know, Lily didn't really mind. Like, Lily, she's just a little homegirl. She just wanted to relax and be near mommy. Some of you may be asking, are you going to get another dog? Not in Rwanda. No, it wouldn't be wise for me in Rwanda. And I'm still thinking what I want to do with all this transition. Yeah, I did go out, what's that, yesterday? Just, I did a live stream of the walk that we used to do. We go on Cobble Street. We went to the Greenland School area. I call it the Banana Triangle. And then we went on Happy Street. All those places we went a lot. Yeah, especially the last few months. You know, all 3 locations. It was so beautiful. It's a beautiful nature walk. It's a very, yeah, they treat me very well. They like Lavender. But it has been a while since I've been there. All 3 locations, especially that lookout point on Happy Street. Yeah, even this dog growled at me. Yeah. Yeah, I used to walk there. Yeah, he growled. I heard something growling. I said, uh-oh. Yeah, I had my walking stick. Yeah, I kind of stood out a little bit. Yeah. Yes, yes. I wore I could look a little, I don't know. I guess a little eclectic, you know. But yeah, I was comfortable though. I was comfortable. Yeah. This time, let's see what time is it. 11:37. Yeah, I enjoyed the candle. Yeah, Lavender used to walk in this room the last yeah, we used to sleep downstairs actually. We didn't sleep in the main bedroom for a long time. Yeah, we slept downstairs in the living room, and he used to sleep underneath this coffee, like this, I guess they call it like a coffee table or bench, little circular bench. He loved it. Had a little carpet underneath, and he just chill out all day. But as he got older, as the months went on, his behavior was changing. He started wandering, and he started to have shakes in his legs. And then was getting these eye infections for quite a while. It first occurred a year ago this time, I think. And then when I thought I got it all out, you know, then it came back like a month later. So yeah, his body was sensitive. His body was very sensitive to the elements outside in Rwanda. And my speculation with why this was the case now, Pekingese have very large eyes, and he's short. And we live around dirt roads, and there's all types of things that walk on that road. You have wild animals like sheeps and cows, dogs, and their waste product. And those waste products could go in his eye, the dust of it. And I think that's what happened. And there was you also have little bushes, and since he's short, something might have brushed against his eye. So yeah, his size was his most beautiful feature, I felt. Yeah, he's such a beautiful, beautiful dog. His fluff, his hair was extremely soft. His first haircut was like a lion cut. So his body was real long and thin, and how they did the hair, like he got a big head and a skinny body. It looked really cute. It really did. He was very outgoing, very, very outgoing. Yeah, I really wanted that opportunity to walk with him in Kigali. That was my dream. When I was watching all those films on Kigali, I said, I can't wait to bring my dogs and walk on the streets of Kigali. Yes, that's what I wanted to do. I did. I did walk home, but his health was so compromised. Um, the first real sign that he was not, that he was still in danger, like, see, when he arrived and then he had the infection. Well, he only stayed in the new hospital for, was that 2 days? Something like that. And they sent him home. But evidently, he was not okay. We were just going up the hill. It wasn't a big hill. I mean, going very slow. We got to the top of the hill, and then I looked down and I saw that he had collapsed. He was lying on his side like in a trance. I was scared. I picked up, said, Lavvy, Lavvy, what's wrong? Yeah, he had, so even back then, that was on my mother's birthday, February 15th. So there was problems even then. Even then, there was a problem. And who would have known that problem, yeah, if he exert himself, he would collapse. So I think even then, his blood levels he might have had high levels of lipids or fats in his blood. That's also what was his problem at the end of his life. He had more lipids in his blood than blood itself. He had just a fraction of blood. I don't know how he lasts that long. He had the drive in him. He had that drive. But toward the end, when I came to feed him at his last week in the hospital, I was feeding him some pureed chicken. It was diluted with water. It was very, very watery. And we used a syringe to feed him. And when it was clogging the syringe and he wasn't getting it quick enough, he started to get a little agitated and then he collapsed. Yes, that's what happened, people. It wiped him out. Any slight, just even slight agitation or, you know, hyperness, that's it, honey. He's wiped out. Yeah, he didn't seem to be in any real pain. I mean, I think at one point, yeah, he started like trying to find small crevices to crawl in. I noticed that he would walk along the perimeter of the room, just like wandering. And I got very worried for him. And having more food for him did help a little bit. If I, the last week, I brought the food in the bedroom because he didn't want to eat it all. So I said, okay, let me just leave it out. And in the night, he might change his mind and eat some. And he did. He ate some of it. And then what was happening towards the end of his life, he had kidney failure. He had, I brought him in on my birthday because I knew something was wrong. He didn't want to eat his food that particular Tuesday. It was, I think, December 2. He had his breakfast very nicely, and then dinner time came. He didn't want to eat, and I knew there was a problem. And this has happened before last year. It was very problematic last year. It was touch and go several times last year. So I really was hoping that, he'll go through this phase also. But something said, I don't think he's going to make it through the year. And I think the behavior of the wandering was my understanding. When dogs start to just pacing, there's something bothering them, and he was doing the head pressing against the wall, agitated towards his water bowl. He would knock into it, or uh, just, it's like he wants to eat, but yeah, like one of the videos I did, I said, okay, I'm just going to give him just chicken. I thought maybe just one being spoiled. So I got these boiled chicken, cut in little baby pieces, and some of it's a broth. And it looked like he was eating it all up. And then when he walked away, he only drank the juice. I said, oh, sweat. So I had to try to like get some more of the broth and just put it on anything, just for him to keep on eating something. Yeah, I think his kidneys. Yeah, he had kidney failure, and I think he liked the flavor of the broth, but I think he wanted something thin. He was thirsty. So the last 2 days of Lavvy's life, yeah, they gave me a water bowl and a syringe to give him water, and he drank it up. He wanted water. Yeah, they gave him 2 bowls. Yeah, so he was getting hydrated. But the chicken, there was a problem with the chicken. Wasn't thin enough or something. I don't know. Maybe, maybe the chicken. When you're dealing with kidneys and certain types of food, it affects how heavy the kidneys have to work. I think that was a contributor, but he needed protein. He needed his protein. I mean, I would feed him also his veggies, starchy veggies that were easy to eat. He loved bananas. Yeah. His his first meal that I gave him here in Rwanda, his first meal, it was yeah, it was in the car, in the taxi coming to the house, this place right here. I gave him some bananas, the little baby bananas. Yeah, that's what I gave him here. That was the first meal I personally gave him. And when we got in the house, I prepared scrambled eggs for him, and he loved it. Boy, he acted like he never ate food before. Yeah, he was hungry. Yeah, he was very excited, very happy. Yeah, all these things. I'm just trying to put the pieces together. Yeah, it was just navigating everything, especially, I would say the hardest thing about with Lavin, the last, I would say 2 months, his eating, how to portion out his food so that he eats. If he ate too much, he got himself, he regurgitated. And the act of doing that wipes him out, and he had passed out, and he could have drowned on it, I think. I caught him. He had passed out. I had given him his dinner at 5 o'clock. He was such a good boy that day. He had his breakfast, and then he took a nice nap in his crate while I cleaned the house. And so I thought, I'm going to give him an extra portion of his of chicken and his starches. And he was eating, everything seemed good. And so, he ate everything. And so I walked away and continued cleaning. And then I had to go in the hallway, and then I found him. He was collapsed on the ground. He was on his belly. What is that? What is that around him? I found out what happened. Yeah, he ate too much and he regurgitated, and it wiped him out, and he fell on top of it. I was so concerned. Yeah, that's what really, really concerned me. So someday he might want to still continue to eat, but you can't give him, you have to be really careful. So I had to I said, okay, spread it out, allow like maybe an hour or 2 hours, and then give him the next portion. Sometimes he would eat it, and then sometimes he wouldn't. Yeah, I'm looking at the time now. It's 11:52. Yes, 11:52. It's approaching midnight. It is a beautiful evening right now. Yeah, town here is very quiet at night. I'm very fortunate to live here. 11:52. Just in a few more minutes, it'd be midnight. I thank you, Lavender. I thank you for being in my life all the 12 plus years. Yeah, I had you for about 12 and a half years. How exciting it was. I really hope that you're resting, meeting friends. Yeah, they say that, that this world here is not real. It's not, it's just, we have a body. It's like a car, but it's what's driving inside the soul. They say the soul lives on. So Lavender is not really gone. He just transitioned. If anybody knows anything about animals, when they cross over on the other side, does anybody out there know about animals and crossing over? Please let me know anything you know about this thing for animals. Where do they go when they transition? It's 11:54 p.m. Just 6 more minutes. I'm hoping the candle lasts. The light is flickering. I thank you, Lavender. I thank you. You're special to me. Yeah, if anybody knows about animals and what it's like for animals on the other side, or if anyone knows how to communicate with animals on the other side, how is he faring? Did he meet his sisters, Lily and Lilac? I love you, Lavender. Yeah, I didn't want to leave the house. I wanted to give some time here in case you wanted to visit me. I did go out yesterday, and I hope you are following along. Just want to take all the memories about you just to finalize everything on this journey. You guys gave me a sense of purpose. You guys gave me purpose. And when I went to Central Park and everything, I felt like I belonged. I felt I had a purpose there in that park. And so I just want to tell all three of you, Lily, Lilac, and Lavvy Boy, you're all special to me. And I apologize for the mistakes I made in, um, in any care that I've given you. I thank you for your unconditional love. Thank you so much. I need to be more like certain dogs to be to give unconditional love. That is the main thing I think I learned. The message. Be patient. Have to be more patient, and not be so angry. And just to chill out. Especially the Havanese. The Havanese, mommy, chill out. Yeah, Lily's my girl. Lily's sensitive. Lily was mini me. Yes, she was. She was. And may you rest at peace too, Lily. Thank you so much for loving me unconditional. You're a fantastic dog. And I'm glad I had the opportunity to kiss you and hug you and sing happy birthday, your last birthday. Yep. And my dear Lilac. Oh, you my little pumpkin. Yes, Lilac was my little girl, boy. She was the baby cake. Yeah. Yeah, she was my little peanut. Lily was my little Rocky or Waggy or Happy. That was her pet names. And Lavender is Lavvy or Lavin. Yeah, those are his little pet names. Or Lavvy Boy. Yes. I'm just looking at the time. It's 1 more minute to midnight. And my alarm is to go off shortly. I thank you guys. I thank all three of you. I thank you for the opportunity of you being in my life. Peace, love, joy, power. May you walk in all those. And may you be protected. And may you have a safe, safe, safe journey. I thank you immensely. I thank you. What timing? What timing? All that. Yes, it is midnight and the candle's on for Lavender. I thank you, Lavvy. It was this time, midnight, December 14, 2025, that you were discovered as passed on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to now walk over to where he's buried. I thank you, Lavin. He's right beyond those trees. Peace and love and harmony. I thank you. This midnight, 1 week ago today, you were discovered as being passed on. I thank you for your bravery. I thank you for your love and your endurance. And you left your way with dignity and honor. I love you always. peace, love, joy, and harmony are you? Bye-bye.